Hey crafty friends, it's Christina. Welcome back to the channel. It is Sunday, November 16th, and this is Flosstube number 10. I know it's only been a few weeks since I posted my last Flosstube video, but with the holidays coming, I wanted to get my November one filmed before I got busy with the holidays and you got busy with the holidays. So I'm going to be sharing my updates with my finished projects, fully finished, and I started Christmas stitching and I've been having so much fun and I can't stop starting new ones to work on, but I do have one that I fully finished. So we're going to have lots of updates for you today. First things first, just some life updates. Last weekend, my oldest nephew got married and I was honored to be asked to do the photos for his wedding. And it was a beautiful ceremony. We had a wonderful, lovely time. It was close family and friends, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I was off on Monday and Tuesday. I took 2 vacation days because Tuesday was Veterans Day, so I took Monday off just to put in between there and had a nice long weekend, and I spent lots of time stitching, and I had so much fun doing it. So let's hop into my fully finished. I have one fully finished. I was going to share this one in my last video, but I decided to wait because it was only finished last time. I wanted to wait until it was fully finished. And I am so excited to share this with you because it is the biggest one that I've done since I cross-stitched many years ago. I've shared this one with you a few times over the past couple of Flosstube videos and shared with you the updates, and I am super excited to say I finished every opening flower by With Thy Needle and Thread, and this was one of my favorite projects to do. I did order a custom frame and I framed it myself. I do have to move back a little bit so I can show you what it looks like because it is wonderful. So here is my fully finished design. I love this. I had so much fun working on it. I am going to flip over to the overhead camera so that you can see it and I could talk about it, but just wanted to share it up above because the camera on the up above is so much better than the one going overhead. So let me share with you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. I can't get the whole thing in camera, but I absolutely had so much fun working on this. It's one of my favorite ones that I would stitch again if I could. I did order a custom frame. I believe the frame was 11 3/4 by 12.5 or something like that. I ordered it online and then I finished it off myself. I did do the lacing and got it all into the frame myself. I started this in January and finished it, I think, in early October. I think it was early October. Might have been late September. But I love this. I just love it. You know, one of the things that I was a little nervous about because I have never done it before was eyelet stitches, and I love the way they turned out. So this bird right here has the eyelet stitch, and as well as all of these zigzags right here. Everything else was just standard stitching, and like I said, I would totally stitch this one again, but it's mainly because I have not done a large format stitching in a very long time. It's the first one since I've been back to stitching. All right, I just went and looked all the details up on this because I do record everything so that I remember what I did with everything. So this is stitched on 36 count Winter Brew by R&R. I did all of the called for colors except for Mulberry. It was substituted with Cayenne. And I started this on February 24th. Finished it on October 26th and then fully finished it last weekend. No, I finished it on Monday, the 10th. So that is my project. I am super in love with this. I cannot wait to get it hung. I will probably wait until after the holidays, after the Christmas season to hang it, just so that I know exactly where I want to put it and that it is in a good spot that's going to be its permanent home. So I really love the way it turned out. I am so proud of this. Beautiful. So, oh, and I do want to show you the back. So I did also put some craft paper on the back. The only thing I want to do is just add a label with all of the details of my stitch. I usually, if I frame something, I will put a label on the back that says the date, started, finished, framed, all the details the name of the pattern, all of that. I do like to do that with my fully finishes. Pretty much completely abandoned all of my fall stitching and jumped right into Christmas. It is my favorite holiday. Fall stitching will be saved for next year. So one of the things that I did finish stitching is this one right here. It is Jingle All the Way, and I love it. It was so easy to do. As a matter of fact, it only took me a couple of days. I didn't even bother to iron it to make it look nice, but this is the fully finished. I think what I'm going to do with this one is make it into an ornament. It'll be the first stitched ornament that I have, and I absolutely love this. This was just a quick, simple, easy way to kick off some holiday stitching. And like I said, this is called Jingle All the Way. One thing I created for myself are project detail cards so that I remember everything. So every opening flower, I didn't have one of these, and I keep this in my little project bag, and it just gives me all the details and helps me remember. But I also use Notion to record all of this. So this is Jingle All the Way. It is with thy needle and thread. I started it on November 5th and finished it on November 10th. So it just took me a couple of days. The fabric is a 40 count Weeks Dye Works Rhyolite, I think is how you say it, Rhyolite, something along those lines. And then I used all the called for Classic Color Works, Weeks Dye Works, and Gentle Arts. And this is what's left. So there's a lot of colors in something this small, but there is a lot left to this. As a matter of fact, one of these I'm going to pull out because I need it for one that I want to start, which is this Wood Rose. And I think I only used one little tiny piece of it for the cheeks, and that was it. And then there was a couple of other, other colors in here, like Oscar. Oscar and Olive are the two that I feel like I should have a ton of for when I am doing any kind of Brenda Jarvet or any pattern that has greenery in it, because that's the one that's always used. And I feel like I just need to buy a whole bunch of it. So those are the colors for this one. Really pretty colors. Like I said, it's Classic Color Works, Gentle Arts, Weeks Dye Works. And that is how it turned out. So I'm pretty sure this is going to end up being an ornament. If I turn it into an ornament, I will definitely share it with you in my next video and give you all the details on what I did to fully finish it. So that was that one. Now let's get into the things that I'm currently stitching, which I have in this basket behind me. I just recently purchased this at Home Goods. It was only $20. It's a great size basket too for 20 bucks. And I keep all of the things that I'm currently stitching. Right now, it does have my fall stitches in it, but I'm going to share with you my Christmas stitching and what I'm stitching currently. I have a whole bunch that I want to start though. This first one is not Christmas, but in a way, to me it's Christmas, mainly because it says joy on it. This is one that was released this past year for Shakespeare Peddler, for Nashville Market, sorry. And it is Joy by Shakespeare Peddler. And I love this one. So pretty. I am using all of the DMC. It did have limited edition floss for it, but I'm just using DMC. I do have it stitched on 40 count Newcastle light Mocha, and I'm using the called for DMC colors. This is what I've gotten done so far on it. It's not a whole bunch. I started this as a kind of in between my finishing of or being done with fall, and then I moved into this one, and I really love it. It is super pretty. And this one is going to be one that probably in between things I might pull out. It's not technically Christmas, but it is really pretty, and I wanted to work on this one for the longest time, so I'm going to get this one really going. But it is one I kind of started, I started it November 6th. I actually started it while I was stitching the Christmas Jingle All the Way. So I started this November 6th, and that was just from like maybe two evenings of stitching, and I did get just that middle part of the vase pot done. So that one is that one. Not a whole bunch to say about that one. I am using all of the called for, so just so you can see what the DMC looks like. They're a mess. So there they are. They're very pretty colors. I like this color palette. It's not something I normally would go for, but definitely love the color palette. And if you're ever curious, I do cut my own floss drops on craft cardstock using my Cricut, but it is simple. It's just, if you're a card maker, you probably have dies that you could do this. I use my Cricut to do it because I could just mass produce a whole bunch of them at one time. As a matter of fact, I just did that a couple of days ago, I just was working on updating my Notion spreadsheet with my cross stitching, and I just had my Cricut going while I was at it, and I just made them. They're super simple. All you just need is a rectangle with 2 holes at the top and the bottom for your floss. Very simple. I do that for my DMC. Everything else I usually leave on the regular card that they come on. So I have another Christmas one to share, and this one is in a bag that I created. It's last video I shared with you I think it was Jolly and Berry or something like that, mini charm packs, and I made myself a holiday themed project bag, which I have to say probably is the best one I have done so far, as far as getting everything straight. And it's the zipper that is always the problem. You know, sometimes I got it straight, sometimes I didn't. As a matter of fact, when I started to work on this one, I was unsure if this was going to turn out because my one that I did previously was okay. The only thing different that I did with this one is that I did not put a patchwork topper on it. I just used the coordinating fabric, which is also from the Berries collection. But I have to say I'm very proud of myself because look, I took the time and made sure that my music sheets were going in the right direction. So you can read them. I have to say I'm pretty proud of that. Pretty proud of the fact that my zipper is pretty straight. Also made myself a little decorative tie. However, I'm going to redo this one. I'm not a fan of how big this key fob is. So as a matter of fact, I'm going to take it off there so it doesn't keep jingling around. And I'm going to redo that one. This one is one that I ordered from Hobby House. And I ordered this Feather Tree Christmas. I love this one, but I also hate stitching it. They do black and white charts, and it seems like it is so small that it's really hard to use. As a matter of fact, I have to use my magnifying glass in order to read the chart. So that is, but I will say it's going pretty quickly, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I am, let's see, get my details out here for this. So this is Feather Tree Christmas. I started on November 3rd. It's on 36 count Latte by XJude Designs is what I'm using. And then I'm using all of the called for floss. I've gotten a lot done. At least to me, it's a lot done considering I've been doing other stitching while I'm doing it. Isn't this fabric gorgeous? This is one that I shared in my last video. I could not wait to use this one. Super pretty. So I did the tree. I have to add some red berries that are on the tree and on this corner. And then I did all the way across the bottom. So it gives me a platform of where to build up. So I have Santa's feet. I need to start working on Santa. And then there's a whole nother tree. I will say the tree took a while. All the little green branches just took a little bit of time. And I had to really pay attention to the chart while I was doing it. But this is what it looks like. I have run reindeer. I have the star up there. There are some snowflakes on here that I have to do. I want to start working on the Santa. This is one that I'm actually stitching today. And then I will go back to a couple of my other ones. But there are little red berries, and it's not on every single one of the branches. It's just in a couple. And with it being really hard to read, I actually had to take a picture of the project and upload it into GoodNotes on my iPad and highlight which ones were the red ones because I could not tell the difference in the chart between the two different designs. This chart is what I'm saying. It's super tiny. It's super tiny. I don't want to share it because it's, I shouldn't, but the chart is really tiny. So anyway, that is the one I'm working on. I do love this though. I'm loving it. Don't get me wrong. Just because the chart's tiny doesn't mean I'm not really enjoying this project. I am loving it. This is, like I said, one that I started November 3rd, and I've just been working on it here and there. It's got a very simple color palette for the holidays. It is, I think there's no DMC in this one, is there? It's Classic Colorworks, Gentle Arts, and Weeks Dye Works. I did not substitute anything. Everything is called for on this one, and it is just gorgeous. When I ordered the pattern, I ordered the thread to go with it, so I knew I had everything. So that's that one. Let's get this one put away, and then I'm going to show you one other Christmas one that I've started, And I will talk a little bit about one I'm struggling with, that to the point where I'm almost tempted to put it away, but I think what I need to do is make it into a, maybe what I need to do, I think, is pick a different fabric. My last Christmas whip is in this bag right here. I shared this in my last video, and it was a one that I probably will never make again, this style, because I shouldn't say never. Until I get a machine that can handle the thickness of a bag like this, I probably will not make one again, but unless I get another machine, which I'm not getting another machine. I just got this one and I'm absolutely loving this machine. Let me just flip over here. This one is one that I just started a couple of days ago, and it is Santa Stops Here. I ordered this also from Hobby House and ordered all of the thread, and I am really enjoying this one. I just started it on November 11th. I didn't work on it every single night, but I've worked on it for a couple of evenings here and there since November 11th. And I've got all the called for thread. Look at all of the floss for this one. I love it. There are a ton of floss for this one. Is this not gorgeous? Let me just get this out of the way so you can see the floss better. Look at all those beautiful colors. So we have some DMC. This is all DMC right here. Lots of DMC and Weeks Dye Works. So we are definitely having a grand time stitching this one. Like I said, I started it November 11th in the evening, and one of my goals was just to get the outline done, because I know I'm not going to get it done this season. I don't think. But I did get the outline done, and I even got as far as the little trees at the bottom and then the walkway going up to the house. And I was super excited to get my outline to line up. There was no errors. I'm very happy with that. So this is stitched on, let's see, 40 count. I think this is 40 count fabric. It's either 40 or 36, but it's Old Sheep by XJude Designs. For some reason, I did not write down the count. I want to say it's 40. I'm pretty positive it's 40 count. And this is one that I'm going to be stitching probably once or twice a week and do other things in between. But I love this. Is this gorgeous? I love this. I don't think I'm going to get this done this year, but I would love to, but I don't think I'm going to. And I absolutely love the colors with this one and with this Old Sheep fabric. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I am loving it. All right, so that is it for my whips. I may have to switch this bag. I don't like, this bag is very flat and stiff, and it's really hard to put something that has so many skeins of thread on it in here. So I may have to switch that one out. Okay, let's get the card inside so I don't forget. Okay, so that was my last of my works in progress. I also have like the fall things, which I did do a little bit work since my last video, but I didn't get anything completed, didn't get very far, and those are just going to be put away now for the season, and then they'll come out probably next August. Okay, so this next one is one I started, and I said it was going to be one that I was going to start, and I'm calling it a new project because I'm going to start it over because I'm unhappy with it. So I talked about this one in my last video. This is Let It Snow by Brenda Jarvet, and I do have it out on this 40 count raw linen, and I will tell you, I don't know if it's the linen, but I think I may have to switch. I don't even know which way it goes because this is all I did, because I'm very unhappy with it. I think it's the linen, and I just need to switch to a different linen, either a 40 count or a 36, but I just don't like this fabric. It is so stiff, and I'm finding it, and I will tell you, this is not the only one that I tried to start with this fabric. I tried the other pattern, which that one I don't have up here, but I tried the other pattern and I didn't like it with that either. So I think it's the linen, and I just need to find different linen, which is why it brought it up today, because I am going to, while I'm in my craft room, find different fabric to use with this. I'm thinking Maple Bar by Cedar River Linen might be what I use. in 36 count. I did order a couple of new Cedar River linen, their newest fabric. That's going to be, it would probably be, well, it's on order. Cedar River linen, if you order directly from them, takes them a little while to get it shipped to you, and that is totally fine with me. I just can't wait for it to come. So I do have like all of everything's ready to go. Everything is ready to go with this. So I just need to really figure out what linen I'm going to use that is not this raw linen, because I am completely unhappy with that linen. I don't know why. It's just not liking it. Now, I've used raw before, but it was a lower count. 40 count, it might just be me. All right, so I have a very, very small haul for you today, and I ordered from Country Sampler. So, I ordered 3 patterns, so they are right here. The first one is Winter Trio. This is Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. I cannot wait to stitch this. I have all of the thread except for one, and I feel like I may have it. It's Weather Vane, and I kind of feel like maybe I have this in another kit, but I have to look. But I was looking at it. Weather Vane is the house on here. It's all of the wording on this one, and there's just a little bit on this one right here. So I need to kind of get a whole fresh skein of this one. So I can't wait to start this one. This is going to probably be a December start, sometime in December, maybe late December, right before the holidays, because by the time I get to the holidays, I'll be ready to start something different. So there's 2 more here, and this one I ordered in kits. Now actually, I'll show you this one first. So this is Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread, sweater weather. I love that. Is that adorable? And I ordered this as a kit. So I got the fabric, the thread, and even the little decorative trim. Although I'm not a fan of this trim right here, I probably will swap it out for something else. But I love this. This is going to be a cute one to do, and might be one that I even start maybe tonight instead of working on the feather tree one. I don't know. This is one. This came with the fabric, came with the thread. Everything is included. And then I also ordered Bells Are Ringing. So that's, well, let's go this way. Let's try it again. Let's go that way. So that's Bells Are Ringing. And I have all of the thread already ringed up. Again, I ordered it with the thread, with the fabric, and I am just going to get started on this one as well. Again, this might not be one that I finish this year. It just depends on how much time I get between now and the holidays, because as I get closer to December, things get a little bit more busy. There's Christmas shopping, there's decorating, there's getting the tree up and all that fun stuff. So I may or may not get a lot done on that one this year. So I think that is all I have to share. I thank you for stopping by, and I will see you all in the next video. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving for those of you in the United States, and enjoy your holiday. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.